Hello, humanity. Brian James Hildebrand with the glasses come off, here to give you your first author reading from my channel. For this first reading, we will be reading from the Renegades Book 1, Renegades Rise. This reading will be an introduction to the character of Claire O'Sheen, also known as the Sparrow. My name is Claire O'Sheen, the Sparrow. I'm a superhero, though not the kind that most are familiar with. I'm not with the Hero Society. I was, once, but that was before everything changed. It all started on the day I was kidnapped. I'd been walking to school, ready to enjoy what was seeming like an ordinary day for a change, when they showed up. A half-dozen supervillains, the thugs, popped out of nowhere, grabbed me, and shoved me in a van. They put me in a warehouse. I was tied down to a chair, blindfolded, and listened as one of the world's most ruthless gangs of criminals decided my fate. I heard them talking and debating. Even when they whispered, I caught every word. I should have been scared. I should have been angry, furious at the world for doing that to me, for letting me get kidnapped. But I wasn't. Instead, I actually had to hold back the hugest smile. Back then, I was Osprey, sidekick of founding Hero Society member Rush, and the daughter of founding member Eagle, and all I could think, as I was tied to that chair, was that taking down the thugs all by myself would earn me the right to stop being a sidekick and become a full-fledged member of the society. It felt like the world was handing my full hero membership to me on a silver platter. The thugs had literally kidnapped me without any idea of who I really was. It was almost too good to be true. My face stung after one of them slapped me. The blindfold they had put on me was ripped off as one of them said, "Who's next?" I surveyed the room. The thugs' membership had changed over the years. I wasn't too sure who all I was dealing with. A glance around the room showed me the thugs had gone through some recruitment since the last time I helped fight them. There was Jimmy Two Selves standing in the corner, his rainbow outfit a painful eyesore even more than the cheesy goggles he wore as a mask. To my surprise, there was only one of him. I shuddered as I noticed Marksman wearing his cliché poacher outfit. I'd tussled with him in my sidekick days. Marksman may have no powers, but he's still the last thug I'd want to fight. I also spotted Regurge, a bit of a bulge to him in a sickly purple outfit that made people who looked at it want to lose their lunch. Fitting considering his powers, since he could eat anything and remake his body into any substance still in his stomach. And of course, Puppeteer, painfully lazy from all the reports I've read, but just one touch, and he could make you do whatever he wanted for a couple minutes. I was surprised he hadn't used his powers on me, but reports on him said that people he tried to control slowly built up an immunity, so maybe he wasn't going to waste time controlling me if he didn't need to. The other three were new recruits. They all looked pretty young to me, not that I'm old at the charming age of 16. One was in a pale blue outfit with cloud and lightning bolt patterns. Weather powers, I guessed. It never made sense to me that villains would wear costumes that reveal their powers. Wear a suit of flames if you use water. That brief instant of confusion could mean the difference between victory and defeat. The other two were rather plain. A very tall, built man in a grayish-brown spandex number, and a girl dressed all in gray. I couldn't help but wonder which of the thugs was the new leader of their little gang. Their original leader, Blaster, had been arrested by the Hero Society a month ago. My money was on Jimmy Two Selves. He'd been with the thugs the longest. Weather Patterns boy ran his hand along my cheek and purred, "Ain't she a beauty, boys? Hair's a little short, but she wears it so nicely." I suddenly struggled with my restraints as I watched the room. The restraints were not as tight as they thought they were. And while they'd been busy chattering away, I'd slipped a scalpel I carried for just these occasions out of my wrist sheath. The brown-suited man glared at Weather Patterns. "Leave her alone, Climate. You have her mom's number. Call for the ransom so we can get out of here." "Patience, Geo," Climate responded with a smile. "I'm the boss, and the boss wants to have a little fun with her." I masked my surprise. The new guy looked like he was barely my age, and yet he was the leader of the thugs. It was just plain weird. Fun? With the girl who has won martial arts competitions, Jimmy Two Selves tossed in. Every other girl who goes to that preppy douche school gets driven to school with guards and a limo. She's the only one who walks. Besides, I like my girls a little spunky. This goes against everything the thugs stand for, Climate, and you know it. Blaster's rules were always that we never hurt innocent people. We rob, we take money, but we never hurt anyone. Geo cut in angrily. And is Mr. Zach Blaster O'Brien around to say a thing? Climate asked, his voice pouty and condescending. He didn't wait for anyone to answer before shouting gleefully, I don't think so! Climate slapped me again. Before I could make him pay for that, Geo did it for me. The ground split open and a mass of earth shot at Climate. Climate shot a bolt of lightning at it and the chunk of dirt exploded harmlessly into powder. Do that again and I'll kill you, Ethan. Climate responded as he took off his mask. I knew my time to act had been cut short. Everyone knows that if your captors show their faces, they don't plan to let you live. Even if they were trying to get a ransom from my mom, they didn't plan on handing me over. Climate didn't seem inclined to, anyway. I tried to think of an escape plan, but something nagged at the back of my head. Climate had called Geo Ethan. I knew that was important. And then it hit me. Ethan was the son of two of the original thugs, Strongman and Dynamite. I knew the name of one of the members of the thugs. If I got out of this, I could take them all down. Hope you enjoyed that reading. Goodbye, humanity.